Here we go. Welcome everybody to a very special live stream tonight. My name is Ania Amador. I'm with Art in Session, and I'm here with Tribe 13 Gallery founder, Jennifer Ingram. We're going to be talking about our upcoming workshop, Level Up, festivals and events. And yeah, we're just so excited to be here. Thank you guys for joining us. Hi, Jen.
Hi, thanks for coming, everyone, actually.
Yeah, before we get into the interview, I just want to cover what we see here on the flyer. So again, Level Up is a 3-week workshop. It's going to start on Monday, March 6th. It'll be the first 3 Mondays of March. That's the 6th, the 13th, and the 20th from 6 to 9 p.m. Eastern time. Those are just the live sessions, but these will be recorded and everybody that signs up will have access for up to 90 days. So it's a really great course. Again, 3 weeks long, every Monday, beginning of March. All right. So we just wanted to do this live stream to talk a little bit about who we are and why it is that we're offering this course, and then tell you guys how you can get involved and then answer any questions. So if you're joining us on Facebook, Twitch, any of the platforms, you can hop right into the chat, ask a question. Right now we're reporting live from the Vision Train. And yeah, wherever you're tuning in from, welcome. Thank you guys so much for being here. So I'll just start. My name is Ania Amador, and I'm with Art in Session. I have been professionally live painting and producing large-scale art installations, selling and exhibiting my art at festivals and events for over 10 years now. And throughout this journey, I've held many different roles, whether it be artist, curator, event organizer, and being on every aspect of these tasks has really given me some insight into how to monetize my own craft and my own offering. So that's part of the reason why I wanted to be able to produce this course, is to give back to other artists all of the experience that I've had in the past 10 years and how it is that they too can break into the scene and level up, essentially. Yeah, and I've got Jen here.
Yeah, my name is Jennifer Ingram, and I co-founded Tribe 13 in 1997. And Roman and I started doing live events and coordinating live painting in 2003, basically at Earth Dance Festival in Northern California, and it grew from there. There really wasn't a platform for that in the capacity that we were doing it at that time, and we have grown exponentially as a organization, as a collective, and as artists. It was a very small, sort of tight-knit group at first, and now it is internationally like renowned. I mean, live painting is such a part of every event, and I think at this point is an essential part of an event. People really connect with that, and so it's been really fun to see the growth. And yeah, I think, being a curator of festival galleries for the last, I don't know, 20 years, I guess, and seeing that, just, going over applications, going over ways that people kind of come in, and I feel like I have a lot of insight on how I can get people to be accepted and what we're looking for and what we're trying to sort of weed through. And I want to share a lot of that information so that there's more successes than people being sort of let down. And I think that this class will really help that, on how to really kind of put yourself together. And also just the monetization aspect of, because that's the thing. It's like, sure, you can go there and live paint, but it would be nice to have some sort of organized system for you to be able to afford this and make it really viable for you. So
Totally. Yeah. I think that's a question a lot of artists are asking, is like, yeah, I can go to festivals, but how do I get paid?
Yes.
So this course is going to break down a variety of different avenues to go about doing that. As Jen mentioned, we're going to start with the application process. And what is it that curators like ourselves are looking for when we're choosing artists to be a part of our programs? And then how can artists strengthen their offering, their online presence, their proposals, and their negotiations to make sure that they are putting their best foot forward throughout that process. And then, as you said, just getting those acceptance letters. And then once you're there, how can we build systems that can be developed upon over time? And really, what does that mean? I mean, a lot of artists don't know where to start. They're not sure what type of merch is even appropriate to bring to some of these different spaces, or even how that varies, and how to go about organizing their work so that it can be sold. And as curators of galleries that sell art for artists, we have a lot of insight into how to go about making that as easy as possible, efficient. And yeah, it's going to be exciting to get to share that with other artists, even that are not like, even if you're already in the scene, this is not your first go around. If you're looking for improvements upon what you're already doing, having this fresh perspective is key.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I feel like we come to the table from just different worlds. Jen, you have so much experience with some really well-known, amazing artists that you've had the honor of representing, and you're helping to get those people in some pretty big places. And a lot of us have aspired to that. And I'm coming from, the grassroots, started in the campgrounds, worked my way up to being an accepted official live painter, to now curating large-scale art installations and helping facilitate opportunities for other artists. So I think that there really is a role for everyone in a course like this that covers it all. It's how you define what your strategy is going to be and how you can break into this scene with whatever your offering is, not just art. We want to welcome performers, fire spinners, anyone that has something they want to be able to offer to festivals and events as a form of entertainment and a form of value that we can help you to package and promote in a way that lands you those jobs and gets you paid.
For sure. Well, and to kind of also say, being that I was with a person who was an artist, and we did kind of come from the campground, and we did build this from literally the ground up. There was, I would say, like, construction lights in our first gallery. Okay. Like a red tent, like for reals, like very raw, very not really sort of taken as serious. And I remember our first Shambhala, we hung on a big rope, like original artwork. David has skin, like Luke Brown, Roman Viacrona, like a hemp rope, no cover, nothing. So like I've done it. And being a person who's, seen it from the other side, being that, hey, I need to help this person really get their shit together so that we can actually like feed our family. And so that's really like where I come from the root, is that this is important for the world, and it's also important for your family and to be sustainable, so that you and I can help these artists, so important, so that they can be sustainable.
Absolutely. I'm really excited because it's been such a journey of figuring it out, the trial and error, going in, really not knowing a lot, trying to learn as much as you can, and going back that next year and doing it again that much better. Now I'm 10 years in with systems that have radically changed since the beginning, but evolved into something so valuable. And I don't want to just hold on to this. I want other artists to take what I've learned and build upon it themselves and create their own systems that work for them. And a lot of artists just don't know where to start, or maybe they're already in it and they're just like stagnant with whatever they've been doing. And that's like a comfortable, familiar, like, oh, I don't really want to change my systems, but it's not actually working and they're not profitable. So you're at that crossroads and you're like, I either want to start doing this or I want to do it better. And something like this can help facilitate that. Two mentors being able to come from different perspectives, sharing what's worked for us, and then guiding you guys in the process. Like, even if you can't make the live sessions, we have an amazing platform where you'll have access to the student portal. You'll have all of the recordings, all of the resources and notes that we've put together to make sure that you guys have what you need to be successful in this. So if you're kind of thinking about it and you're like, well, I don't really have the time right now, you've got 90 days to move through this material. And it's going to be 12 hours jam-packed of everything you need to know, from pre-production to post-production. Yeah, I'm so excited for this offering, Jen, and there's no one I'd rather be doing it with you. And of course,
Awesome.
Feature Academy. I have so much respect for everybody right now in the education space wanting to support other artists in this way. So to be doing it together is really special.
For sure. No, I'm super excited. Yeah, I feel like there's always so many things, like when I'm going through applications, I'm like, oh, if I could just tell these 100 people, what would be just a little bit better, or how I could just, finalizing just some of the, it's just so simple. And I feel like we have like a lot of experience, but also just like little information that can just tweak a little bit. And I think would make such a better representation of the artists themselves. So yeah.
Absolutely. So on that note about like going through applications, and that is definitely one part of what we do as curators. I know for me, I curate a large scale installation called the Mural Maze. We have between 15 and 25 artists that paint large scale murals in just a couple of days. And I go through hundreds of applications for that. And I see a lot of artists that don't know, they don't have a lot of mural experience yet applying for these different, for this position. And I want to be able to help give them advice, like get some practice murals in before.
Right.
Don't send me a picture of your 8x8 canvas as your submission for your mural art. It's hard to like really see what someone's capable of based on that information that you're given. So part of what we're going to talk about is how to define, like, what does the opportunity entail? Okay, this is a mural opportunity. I know before I apply, I've got to get some plywood in the backyard and get some practice down. So I've got something to show this curator that I'm capable of large scale art, and that's just one example. I mean, we've seen it all in the application world, have we not?
Yeah, I mean, it's an important thing. I think a lot of times, like for me, when I'm going through, I get a lot of established artists that sort of have like, oh, this is almost like, me, so you should just pick me, which is happens, and that's real. And then I try to go and really read and, see people speak from the heart. And it's like, sure, you might have only done a few events, but I see that you're working and you're putting the effort in. And those people get chosen a lot for me because if I don't give you a chance, you might stop. And so that's important for me as well. I want to like kind of encourage that it's not always about the established artist. And so I think I love them, but I also want to see what else is out there. There's so many. So,
yeah, that's a great point.
yeah.
This is a way to like encourage those artists that might not be there yet to like get their portfolio together to a point where they can show what they're capable of, and trust that by coming from the heart, they could have these opportunities too, so that's awesome that we'll get to touch on that. Once, applied and now you're in there, and it goes back to like, how do I really monetize the opportunity? If the festival doesn't have a budget to pay me for my live art performance, how can I, find other ways to be funded? Or how can I build value in what it is that I'm offering to where I do get paid? I think there's this misconception that like no festivals pay artists. And I'll agree, a lot of festivals have not paid artists in the past, but a lot of artists have accepted that, and they've created this culture around it. Whereas we're trying to change that by saying that we're actually professionals. We can come correct with our professionalism, whether it be through our online presence, our negotiation, or even what our offering entails, and being able to document that in such a way that can build that value for somebody that's just looking at it on the internet, because that's huge. They don't know you, these festival producers or, curators. So just being able to really show what it is that you do and why it is that it brings something special to the event, or even increases ticket sales in some ways. There's going to be a lot to talk about on this front, but we're just kind of touching on the surface now to say that we're going to go hard, dive deep, cover as much as we can in 3 hours and 3 different sessions. So real quick, guys, if you're just joining us, here's what we're talking about. It is called Level Up Festivals and Events. It's a 3-week workshop taking place on Zoom. The live sessions will be Monday, March 6th, Monday the 13th, and Monday the 20th from 6 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you can't make those live sessions, you will have access to the recordings and to the student portal, so you can have all of the resources, kind of work at your own pace. You'll be able to join the Art and Session Facebook group. That's where we collaborate. We ask any questions from the courses. You can also reach out to us individually. We really want to guide you through this process. So if you're thinking about it, tomorrow is the last day for early bird pricing. We've got a significant discount for people willing to sign up by tomorrow evening. Friday is the last day. We also have giveaways going on both the Art and Session page as well as Tribe 13 Gallery on Instagram. So you'll want to check that out. But guys, don't let finances be the reason that holds you back. We've got payment plans. There may be a scholarship option. We just want to connect with you if you want to take this course and make it happen. So make sure that you check out artandsession.com. That's where registration takes place, and that you reach out if you're interested in getting involved. Yeah, I know that was kind of a lot. I just want to give everybody the rundown. Jen, do you have any final words?
I guess I would say that I am really excited for the possibility to connect deeper with a lot of artists that maybe I haven't had the chance to connect with personally. And I think that means the most to me, just because, you know, I've been doing Gem and Jam over 10 years. Sometimes we have 60 artists, sometimes we have 30 artists, depending on what's happening. And a lot of times, you know, artists, it's sweet. I just want to have a deeper connection and really like help people through, because when you're in an event, you're so busy. And so it's nice to be able to slow down and really answer a lot of the questions that people might have to really help out. Because even when we were at Halloween and in the back and just like trimming prints or this or that, or like what plastic bags to get, like all of these, like such small, tiny details that could really like push you into the next level. And I'm ready to like just share it all.
Same. I'm excited to be a part of that, and things like, you know, what to bring and how to be prepared and how to consolidate your stuff and what kind of print system should you have to make it as easy as possible for a gallery attendant to be able to sell your art. You know, what
Yes.
are all these different things look like? And then what happens when you go home? Now the festival's over, how do you maintain those relationships and
Yes.
continue to convert those sales after the fact? We're going to talk a lot about how those in-person events really are just building momentum around your online sales, and how all of these systems and opportunities can tie in together for a sustainable foundation for your craft.
Yeah.
I'm stoked. Well, thank you guys again for joining us. If you have any questions at all, make sure that you find us on Instagram, on Facebook, or at artandsession.com. That's where registration is taking place, and we'd love to see you guys. So thank you so much for being present and letting us tell you about our workshop. And again, I hope to see you at Level Up Festival and Events.
Yay.
Choo choo. Thank you, Vision Train, for having us.
For sure.
Vision Train Global Art Jam. This has been a hub for artists around the world for several years now. And to have seen all these beautiful things branch from the Vision Train, including Future Academy, has such a wide catalog of artists and offerings that are along these lines, and many technique-based things. And Art in Session is bringing forth some business classes. So we're all teaming up to provide artists with these platforms and this information to help them level up in all ways. And this is just another one of those offerings. All right, guys, thank you so much. Until next time.